Ia, talo whatu le pa ia man malu le tata inga tu stala le nei foi tu la le fiafi, whatai te le lava le afio mai, tali mai tu sai foi mal whatala o latu. Ia mo stato whilo inga le nei aso, ia le lofo maleanga leo le tua. I manuia le tau whainga le tau sala le Pasifika, pia mai spat patina mo le tatu tau sala le Pasifika. Ia, le fionga ia Litara, Leilani, Jeremiah Allen, ia le sofa atona le fionga il tatu tau sala. Ia o le itu anga valelo ia le fionga se unga mali. Ia o ia le sui po ia fo ia o sui fatono le vaenga le ono mea o lo ila tole o lo nafo mata penanga sa nafo mata penanga ile taimi ato ta pena ko le sunga ia Litara mo lana tam whainga. Ia mo le Miss Pacific Island nei tau sanga ia le wa e man ia pai loa tu foi le malu pa ia man malu tato a inga tu stala nei afia fio tato fono tanga le po tato feilo inga e patino tonu lava ia Litara ma le tamo whainga o lana leo pale mai le kra leo pale mai le fionga ia ile tau sala ia pe ole aunga na ma fa mo tato felo inga nei fiafi ai se fasili ese mai le tulanga le tau fainga li tara tulang fa pena fa malu atu ono tulanga wa ia le mata upu o lo o ilunga le level ole ale ai se tala e tu ina tu le tato piano nei ia ole fionga ia li tara ma le fionga ia se unga mali ole afia ngai ma tato piano o ma tato felo inga nei fiafi ma le nganga fa lo lava. Perhaps if Litara can say something first and then give it out to the media for questions.
Very honored and privileged to be back on our humble and beautiful shores in Samoa. Just briefly before we go into any questions, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Samoa for taitele mo na tapua inga mamana. This crown is one that is shared with our people, and we never did it to just win. We did it to share a message of hope for our people in the wider Pacifica. So we pray that we made you proud, and we pray that today we may be able to shed some light on our preparations and just overall to give thanks and extend our heartfelt gratitude to all of our people. Whaftai.
Ia, o tu lola no tato ainga tu sala munisile fatanga lava il sunga ya Litara malana tau whainga nei fo ia tau whainga tele na whianga iai mai ia mai se fo le fionga se unga mali.
Congratulations again on the win for Samoa, win for all of us. I know the last time we spoke, you said that you will be bringing back the crown to where it really belongs. How are you thinking that you have actually achieved?
I think it feels surreal is probably the right word, but overwhelming sense of gratitude. It's one thing to win, but it's another thing win knowing that you have your people behind you. And I think throughout the week we were just really moved by the support. I'm feeling excited about the 12 months ahead. I think they're really hopeful, and I'm really excited to see how the platform will change and grow for the next woman to be crowned. But grateful, excited, and definitely a surreal feeling.
Congratulations, Litara, again on winning both the Samoa and the Pacific Islands. In your own words, what were some of the main challenges you faced during this competition? I understand surely there must have been something that stood out as a challenge. What was that? How did you overcome it?
I think as Te Maitai Samoa and Pacific women in general, a lot of the time we are our own limit. The way that we view ourselves, the way that we view our potential, a lot of the time people can see our own potential more than ourselves. And so I think overcoming that challenge in the last week is you believe in what people believe in you, but for you to realize it yourself before you go on stage is so important. A lot of the time before the pageant, I always thought, am I the right person? Did they choose the right girl? I really think if I can send any message to any young girls is trust that if God put you in a platform, in a position, then you're the right person. I mean, your people, your family will tell you if you're you're not the right person. I think that's why environment that you're in is so important. My team were uplifting me through prayers, encouraging me, and it's really a testament to positivity. If we can speak positivity over our young girls to believe in their potential, who knows? The sky's the limit. I know I never envisioned this for myself, but it's because of the environment I was in. I realized my potential, and I hope that will speak to other girls who might be looking at doing something similar.
What message or what legacy do you want to create as Miss Pacific?
It's a beautiful question. So many messages I want to share, but I think one message, do it for the audience of one. Your relationship with God, your devotion to Him should always be at the forefront. I'm really humbled that our team trusted me to represent them, and I don't take that lightly, but I always felt like I was led by God. And I really want to share that with other girls who might be looking at taking up this platform is no matter what anybody else says, the audience of one is what matters. Doing it for the Lord and knowing that between you and Him you've done what you've set out to do is the utmost fulfillment. And I'm really thankful that my team trusted me with that vision as well.
What message do you have to those that have caused controversy and have tried to diminish your well-deserved win?
I don't see it as my win. There's nothing to diminish if it's about me. It's about our wider Pacifica. And I hope that the message that we send as contestants collectively is that our collective sisterhood always outshines any negativity. And I think that's one thing that we can all look to is the excitement and the hope of our youth can get us through anything. I know it's been maybe some troublesome time for those who have been reading some hurtful comments, but I think it's a time where the light shines even brighter. So my message is that all love. I think every girl shared everything that they could on that platform, and I think each country deserves that acknowledgement that the girl that they sent, I really believe did them proud.
One last question, sorry. How will you unite the Pacific, particularly some of the Samoan and Tongan communities who have been arguing with each other online following the tangents?
You don't have to respond if you're not comfortable with this.
Okay. I think it's individual choices. It's up to them. But I think myself and Rachel, Miss Heilala, we have nothing but love for each other.
That's
and
right.
Genuinely nothing but love for each other.
Despite the controversies surrounding this specific island, it's really great to see that the sisterhood is not really drifted from one another. What actually kept you guys united and understanding despite this controversy?
Authenticity. I think our people need us to be real, need us to acknowledge the trials and the good times. One thing that kept us together was we were real together. There was no walls, we were just honest and real positive with each other. And so I think I pray and hope that it will continue for the next year in their respective areas that they pursue.
What are your plans for
Yeah. Well, lots of plans. I think for now we're gonna reconvene and rest. I think the rest is just as important as the work. So during this rest time, we'll dream up some ideas that have been placed on the back burner, and we're really excited to show everybody in the months to come.
Right now, one of the issues now is the results of the students from the country. What would be your message and how would you
Thank you for the question. I think when we talk about education, it's always multi-layered. There's no one solution that fixes everything, but I think positive messaging to our students, I think further support for our teachers, and I think for me on this role, it's just always highlighting the positive work that teachers and students are always doing as a fuel for the hope that our kids need.
Sarah, after receiving the crown on that night, and then in the morning, you know, when you saw the news online, the head judge has been stopped at the airport, how do you feel at that time?
I don't think it took away from the joy. It was a very intimate celebration with our team, and I think a very emotional one, because we came back home and we looked at each other and we said we left it all out there, and the first thing that we did is we gave thanks to God. And I think that took away from anything that could have taken away from the joy, is that the personal fulfillment, knowing that we did everything that we could to represent our country well. Nothing could take away from that.
Sarah, please, I read your mom post on Facebook that before you came to run for Miss Samoa, your dream was to come back home and join the Miss Samoa just to learn more about your culture. Do you think you're doing it now?
Absolutely. I've been moved by the love of our people, and I think always your journey as a Tamaitai Samoa, you never stop learning about your ngana, your angunu, and so I see this role as just one step. Although it's a public one, it's a very humbling one. And I have a lot of people to thank for that, especially my Anofali sisters who have held my hand along the way, and all our people who have come to support. Yeah, I see it as an ongoing thing for all of us. We're always learning.
Pacific Islands, I understand this is an important for you. And following the controversy that we've had on pageant, what, in your perspective, is the significance of such pageants now and its relevance? What can we do to make this relevant to our people, and also to encourage our young female competitors in the future to be part of it, because honestly there's been a lot of negativity coming towards these pageants, and so you have them being so discouraged. What would you like to say?
I think a message that I was always told going for this pageant is that it's on the outside it's seen as a beauty pageant, but the real goal is it's about leadership. It's actually a platform to find our future leaders for the Pacific. It's to find the future voices, well, the voices for now as well. So I think sometimes the message can get distorted, but I think if we do the research on the history of why the platform was started, it was to celebrate Pacifica beauty, but also to celebrate the leadership of Pacific women, because it's very unique. The way that Pacific women lead is to mother. Regardless of whether you have your own children or not, you're thinking about the whole community, the whole context. From the elderly to the young person, how am I influencing them with everything that I do? So I'd say to anyone who's discouraged to come for the platform, stop it.
Stop it.
So your ancestors didn't sacrifice that much for you to back down now. Your elders did not sacrifice that much for you to back down now. And so I think knowing that you're from the Pacific is enough strength that you need to overcome what's ahead. And I'm very honored and privileged to hold this platform because it's not something that I take lightly, and I really pray and hope that the next 12 months I do our ocean and our people the best. Yeah, thank you.
Tipo, já olhou se for. Ele tulang ala tu sini. Kalau lu tu lang ala, umur apa itu ati tulang ala, tak ciam tak pun naik sisi ona tenta no lungal tulang ala boyai, ya ala sisi sili fasanga. We don't want to take away the spotlight from our newly crowned Miss Pacific Island. So everybody should be happy. Kako fia ilo le tulanga le le say facility.
One last question.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
300% okay.
Despite, regardless, you are somebody's daughter. You are a daughter of Sam. With all that's been going on, it's just a simple question. Are you okay?
Can I tag on to her question? The terror, the pressure of competition, the contest is now over. You're now free girl. Are you ready to go for dates? You know, there's a whole heap of proposals.
Wah, yang aku ingat sih
Not needed, now you're in trouble.
Well, I think every Samoan girl can understand this. The pressure never leaves, whether you wear a crown or not. You're always representing people. Whether you live in a Palangi country or not, everywhere you go, you're seen as a representative of Samoa. So before I got the crown, I was representing my people. After I leave the crown, I'll always be representing my people. And I think a lot of you will see these tears as, oh my gosh, is she all right? These are happy, grateful tears. And my grandma always used to tell me, you're blessed with a burden. So I guess my message to any girl who's struggling with the pressure, you're blessed with that burden. And the only person who can alleviate that pressure is God. And so to answer your question, I am good. I think my biggest thing is to ask Samoa and all those who are watching, please extend your prayers to all of our families and our support teams. You know, for us girls, it's easy for us to get over it, but to remember that our communities are impacted as well. But I think I always come back to that question. It's for him. Yeah. Whaftai.